श्रीगुरुभ्यो नमः। श्रीपरमगुरुभ्यो नमः। श्रीमदानन्दतीर्थभगवत्पदाचार्यगुरुभ्यो नमः। आपादमौलिपर्यन्तं गुरूणाम् आकृतिं स्मरेत् तेन विघ्नाः प्रणश्यन्ति सिद्ध्यन्ति च मनोरथाः। नारायणाय परिपूर्णगुणार्णवाय विश्वोदयस्थितिलयोन्नियतिप्रदाय ज्ञानप्रदाय विबुधासुरसौख्यदुःख सत्कारणाय वितताय नमो नमस्ते। बुद्धिर्बलं यशोधैर्यं निर्भयत्वम् अरोगता अजाड्यं वाक्पटुत्वं च हनुमत्स्मरणात् भवेत्। अस्मद्गुरुसमारम्भां टीकाकृत्पादमध्यगां श्रीमदाचार्यपर्यन्तां वन्दे गुरुपरम्पराम्। सत्याभिज्ञकराब्जोत्थान् पञ्चाशत्वर्षपूजकान् सत्यप्रमोदतीर्थार्यान् नौमिन्यायसुधारतान्। शास्त्रेषु पारदृश्वानं शास्त्रज्ञेषु च वत्सलं दीनभक्तोद्धारकरं सत्यात्मानं गुरुं भजे। This session is about the Ashtavimshati Moorthi Stuti. Ashtavimshati in English means 28. The 28 Moorthis or Pratimas worshipped in UttaradiMatha by the Pithadipatis. This session will take you through two things: to know which are these 28 Moorthis. Second, a brief understanding of these Moorthis, and by chanting or reciting the shloka, what is the phala. This is based on the composition of Sri Sri Satyasandha Tirtha, who in his time composed the shlokas on these 28 Moorthis worshipped by every Pithadipati in UttaradiMatha. It is imperative for all of us to understand these 28 Moorthis, so that when we go to witness the Samsthana Puja, we get that in our mind, the little anusandhana we do, so that the experience can be as much fulfilling when we see the puja which is being done by the UttaradiMatha Pithadipati, Sri Sri Satyatmatirtha Swamiji now. To start with, let us understand in a list that these 28 Moorthis are, I just read out these 28 Moorthis and then take one Moorthi at a time. Lakshminarayana Shaligrama, Hayagriva Shaligrama, Diva Mana Shaligrama, Srihari Shaligrama, Vyasamurtis 5 in number, Vijaya Rama, Mula Sita Devi, Mula Rama, Rama Tanki, Sudarshanas 5, Chakrankitas 5, Banas 2, Shanka 2, Akshaya Patra 1. If we total this, these are the 28 Moorthis that we are referring to. Let us take one by one. The first one, Lakshminarayana Shaligrama. This Shaligrama enables us to understand the supremacy of Srihari. In our philosophy, Taratamya or hierarchy is a very important concept. So in the end of the Taratamya, it is the Supreme Lord Vishnu who stands in the first position, followed by Jagannatha Lakshmi, followed by Brahma, Vayu, Saraswati, Bharati, and so on. For the understanding of this Taratamya, and if it has to bestow the right knowledge of Taratamya, we need to chant the shloka of Lakshminarayana Shaligrama. And only this knowledge can liberate us from the cycle of birth and death. And this is possible by an Uttama Guru who comes and gives us the Upadesha. The next one is the Hayagriva Shaligrama. The chanting of this shloka and the darshana of this particular Shaligrama again gives us the same strength, clear understanding of the supremacy or sarvottamatva of Lord Vishnu. So therefore, in Sanskrit we say, Taratamyanta Gatvena Sri Hari Jnana Prapti. So that is the benefit. So this knowledge can liberate us and take us towards moksha, salvation, by enabling the appropriate knowledge through a guru who will take us in the right path. The next Shaligrama is the Diva Mana Shaligrama. Let me give you an analogy. When we actually put curds in milk, by the next day morning, the milk gets converted into curds, right? So we say that scientific process is the necessary bacteria which does that. But most important is Vishnu, Srihari, is responsible for converting this milk into curds. Therefore, this gives us the message saying that Srihari is Sarvakarta. So that concept, if it has to be properly ingrained in us, we must chant the shloka of the Diva Mana. Therefore, this Vamana Rupi Paramatma is responsible for creating or converting the milk to curds. Therefore, the Sarva Kartritva Jnana Prapti is the phala by chanting this shloka. And the shloka enables us to get the right knowledge and leads us closer to deliverance. We most of the time boldly say that I have the autonomy to do this karma or this activity. According to all of us, we know that is only Brahma, because our realization should be that Sri Hari, who is within me, is responsible and directing me all the time to do my kartavya, karma, or any activity. So in nutshell, the Dadivamana Shaligrama Stotra Stuti actually helps us to appreciate and with conviction say that Sarvakarta is Sri Hari. Sridhara Saligrama is the next one. Here again, as we saw in the previous Shaligramas, in Taratamya, the Supreme is Sri Hari, followed by his consort Mahalakshmi Devi. And these two people belong to the Isha Koti, who are Nitya Muktas. Deshataha, Kalataha, they are equal. Only with respect to Gunataha, Lakshmi stands second. And followed by the Jiva Koti, which starts with Vayudeva. And the same Vayudeva becomes Brahma, because Brahma is the position. So this knowledge, to be clear and to be internalized, we need to worship, or we need to have the darshan of these shaligramas and see our Swamiji worshipping these shaligramas and chanting these slokas, which is composed by Sri Satyasanda Tirtha. This completes the 4 shaligramas that we are talking about. The next one is a very interesting thing, that we have in our UttaradiMatha. The 5 Vyasamurtis. Mushti in Sanskrit, when we say what it means in English, it is the fist. So this fist became a Moorthi. Let's understand how. Sriman Madhvacharya, when he went to Narayana Ashrama, Lord Vishnu Narayana was so much happy to see Madhvacharya, and he gave him fist of sand, right, as a mark of divinity. And the 8 Vyasamurtis were given to Madhvacharya, and Madhvacharya took these Vyasamurtis to Lord Vedavyasa, because he is the guru of Sriman Madhvacharya. Sakshat Vedavyasa, the avatara of Srihari, did worship these Vyasamurtis and further, right, got to be named as Vyasamurtis because Lord Vedavyasa passed it on to Madhvacharya after he did the puja. So, out of the 8 Vyasamurtis, the 5 Vyasamurtis are present in UttaradiMatha. You can see during the Samsthana Puja, our Swamiji, after the Abhisheka, enables all of us to have the darshana of these 5 Vyasamurtis. Lord Vedavyasa was responsible for dividing and giving us the Vedas in the right form. So, the Vedartha Jnana, the knowledge that needs to come from these Vedas, if we have to be blessed, we need to worship, we need to do the namaskar, and we need to chant the shloka of Lord Vedavyasa. Therefore, the darshana of these 5 Vyasamurtis enables us to acquire the Vedic teachings and the secrets which are there in the Vedas. The Dasa Sahitya also summarizes the purport of all the Vedas. Therefore, all of us are blessed with both Vyasa Sahitya as well as Dasa Sahitya. And these Mushtis were worshipped as Moorthis and Pratimas by Sriman Madhvacharya. That clearly signifies the Sannidhya of Srihari in these Vyasamurtis. A point to note, one of the Vyasamurtis is referred to as Kurma Rupi Shaligram. All of you might have heard about this episode which happened during the days of Raghunatha Tirtha. When he was doing his Anika in the banks of river Tungabhadra in the village Kampli, by chance one of the Vyasamurtis fell into the river. Swamiji was so much shocked, in sorrow, saying that, how would I get this Vyasamurti back? He went into fasting for 7 days. And then Lord Vedavyasa came in his swapna and said, the next day when you go to the river bank, you will see lot of Shila in the shape of tortoise, Kurma, and the one which when poured with milk and you do the Abhisheka, it will start rotating. That is the one which is the actual Shaligrama, which is in the form of, Kurmarupi Shaligrama. So he said, my Sannidhana, Vedavyasa said, my Sannidhana is complete in that Kurmarupi Shaligrama. Therefore, we see these 5 Vyasamurtis, of which one of them is in the form of Kurmarupi Shaligrama. See the Vaibhava of UttaradiMatha, right? The 28 Moorthis being worshipped by each of the Pithadipatis, right? And starting from Madhvacharya, and some of the Pratimas being worshipped from the times of Lord Chaturmukha Brahma. So the Vedavyasa Mushtis enables us with the right Vedic knowledge and takes us in the path of the salvation, takes us towards a proper guru who can actually give us the right knowledge to get ourselves liberated. The next comes our Vijaya Rama. The very word, when we recite Vijaya Rama, it gives us a positive vibration saying that let Vijaya Rama give us Vijaya, success in all directions. So this Vijaya Rama is Madhvacharya Kararchita. Sriman Madhvacharya was worshipping this Vijaya Rama. In those days, to actually do Swamata Sthapana, which means to establish the Dvaita philosophy and say that this is close to experience, this is close to daily life, vis-a-vis the other Vedantas, philosophies, right? So people used to say Sri Digvijaya Ramo Vijayate and start in the debate to establish the supremacy and the tenets of Dvaita philosophy. If we have to relate it to our Digvijaya, what does it mean? Simple. Every day we are subjected to many challenges in life, at home as well as at work. This, the smarana, the namana of Digvijaya Rama will clearly give us the success in all the directions that we go. For example, I have to take a job interview, right? It will give me that success by saying Sri Digvijaya Ramo Vijayate. But we need to have that faith ingrained. But Srihari says that your effort is also very important. This is the divinity or the divine energy which will push you further. For example, a surgeon has to do a surgical procedure, right? He is well equipped with that, right? Again, we need actually the divine power also to support us. So Digvijaya Rama enables us to give that Digvijaya in that direction too. Or I have to go and argue in a court of law as a lawyer. I need to have presence of mind. I need to have my oratory communication skills intact, right? With all my preparations, right, I still need that divine power. So Digvijaya Rama bestows that for us. Therefore, the victory we desire can be achieved by chanting the shloka on Digvijaya Rama. Sri Mula Sita, she is the Jagan Mata, right? So, Yatha Yogya Hari Rati Prapti. What does this mean? Jagannatha Sita has only one job, she says. That is to work for my Lord Srihari. I am his Sevaki, right? In spite of infinite dasis who can, at the beck and call of Sita, do all the work for her. But she says, I will only take up all the work related to my husband, Lord Srihari. That is because of the unconditional bhakti, devotion that she has on Srihari and Lord Vishnu Rama. If we have to get the bhakti towards Lord as per our yogyata, we must do the shloka reciting of on Mula Sita. And while we have her darshan, when the Samsthana Puja is on, we must ask for saying, Jagannatha, the kind of Harirati you have in you, can you transfer, can you bestow little bit of Harirati in us too as per our yogyata? Okay? And service to him is the essence of her being. She never tires of it. Very important to note. From Anadikal till Anantakal, the responsibility, the work of Sita does not change, and she doesn't get bored about it. She doesn't get tired of it. This leaves us a message saying we keep complaining about monotony in life, monotony in praying Lord. If that thinking has to vanish from our cognitive domains, we need to actually chant, have the darshan of Jagannatha, Mula Sita. Okay? And therefore, the Hari Rati can be increased by chanting the shloka of Mula Sita. Then Sita says, don't have the darshana of only me, but have it along with my husband, Supreme Lord. So then comes Mula Rama. We must know that, right? All of us want happiness in life. Everybody craves for this in spite of abundant roti, kapda, makan, which means enough food, enough shelter, and enough clothing. But we all crave for this happiness. People say, how will I get this happiness? However, the Swarupa Bhuta happiness, which is attached to a jiva, can only be got during moksha. But what happens in this world when I'm living? Right? So, that yatha yogya ananda prapti, if it has to happen, right, it is through Mula Rama. And this Mula Rama will give us our happiness, peace of mind, and enable us to experience the real ananda, okay, by chanting his shloka. So therefore, when we come to Sri Matha, come with an objective of wanting to get that mental happiness. The mind should become happy through the darshan of Mula Rama through our naked eye. This Mula Rama, right, a little bit to understand where, from what time was this Mula Rama there. Chaturyuga Moorthi, Chaturmukha Brahma Kararchita is what is pronounced when Mula Rama is being shown to all. What does it mean? Right? Chaturmukha Brahma worshipped this Mula Rama. Okay? That means, and this is Chaturyuga Moorthi also. Right? All the 4 yugas, this particular Moorthi has been worshipped by different people. After Chaturmukha Brahma, it got passed on and also came to Surya dynasty, Surya Vamsha, Ikshvaku Raja. Like that it came up to Dasharatha, and Dasharatha also worshipped the Mula Rama. Right? And Mula Rama was the Kuladeva of Dasharatha Maharaja and Surya Vamsha. Therefore, he named Rama as Rama when Rama was born to Kaushalya. So which is very clear that the Mula Ramachandra Deva was worshipped right from Chaturmukha Brahma, and after that Ramachandra also worshipped that Pratima. That is the Leela. He was trying to see himself in that Pratima. For us, Martya Shikshanam, for us to understand that we need to worship God. Right? Like that it got passed on and it came, we know, up to Kshemaka Raja. After that, people could not know where it was. When Sarvajñacharya, Sriman Madhvacharya, took his avatara, right, in this Bhuloka, he had many disciples, And one of his 4 direct disciples, right, who came to the Pitha of UttaradiMatha, one of them was Narahari Tirtha. Sriman Madhvacharya told him, saying that Mula Rama and Mula Sita is available at Kalinga Desha. Please go there, explore and fetch it. So Sri Narahari Tirtha takes the order of Sriman Madhvacharya, goes to Kalinga Desha, right? At that time it was kingless, king had expired and the king's son was a small child. So the elephant came and garlanded Narahari Tirtha, and that signified saying that Narahari Tirtha needs to rule the Rajya. 12 years he ruled. After that, the queen said, what is the Dakshina? Then Narahari Tirtha said, I need to take these 2 pratimas from the treasury. She opened it for Narahari Tirtha and Narahari Tirtha brought it to Sriman Madhvacharya. And we all know that on that Dwadashi day, this was brought after the puja, right? Therefore, Madhvacharya could not wait and he said, evening itself we will do the puja of Mula Rama and Mula Sita. That is how the sampradaya is there even today in Sri Matha, that Mula Rama, Mula Sita puja happens on Uttana Dwadashi evening. So that is about Mula Rama. Look at the Vaibhava of our UttaradiMatha, where Mula Ramachandra and Mula Sita Devi, which came from Chatur Yuga and being worshipped by Brahmadeva, right, got to be worshipped by Sriman Madhvacharya. So we must have the darshana of Mula Rama, chant the shloka of Mula Rama, which is coined by Sri Satyasanda Tirtha, so that Mula Rama will bestow us, the real Ananda. Then comes the Rama Tanki. Rama Tanki is actually Nishka, or the coin. This coin was there during Rama's time and it was touched by Rama. So people may wonder, how did it come to UttaradiMatha? Very clear, the box which contained the Mula Rama and Mula Sita also had this Rama Tanki. Therefore, Sriman Madhvacharya considered it also to be a Pratima and a Moorthi, right? And by chanting this shloka and having the darshana of Rama Tanki, all our sins get burnt, right? Therefore, it says, Pushkala Papa Parihara is the phala by worshipping or doing this shloka recitation of Rama Tanki. There are 5 Sudarshanas, right? And these Sudarshanas enable us to move away from the materialistic desires and make our mind get diverted towards Srihari. It gets channelized to say that Vishayasakti Karanibhuta Papa Parihar, right? So that Samya Puja Siddhyartham, meaning if my mind becomes clear, all my sins get evacuated, I am ready to do the puja of Srihari. In simple terms, aligning ourselves towards the spiritual divinity and then trying to do the puja of Srihari, which is the only way through bhakti to attain moksha, right? Because today when we decide to do our puja, there are a lot of vignas, hindrances. If these have to be eliminated, the Sudarshana's darshana and the chanting of that shloka enables us to get rid of all these hindrances and move towards a proper puja. The 5 Chakrankitas. Our Sri Vishnu is Karunalu. His Karuna is actually the Sudha Sara. If his Karuna has to be bestowed on us without any break, continuously, then these Chakrankitas Naman is very important. Therefore it says, Achanchala Hari Karuna Sudha Sara Sechana, right? Siddhyartham. That is the phala by understanding the importance of the 5 Chakrankitas which are worshipped by UttaradiMatha Peethadipatis. Okay? And Sri Satyasanda Sita says that accept your life graciously, accept the samsara graciously. There could be ups and downs. It is all as per our purva karma. But never give up, right? Because the Sudha Sara gets bestowed on us continuously by Karuna Samudra, Lord Vishnu. That is the benefit of the 5 Chakrankitas. So, Satyasanda Tirtha says that, hey Lord, it is okay if you give me hardships. It is okay if you give me sorry. But along with that, also give me the strength to face the hardships. 2 Ramabanas, simple. We all know that Ramabanas were actually responsible, and these are the 2 banas which could kill Ravana. So today Ravana is there in all of us in terms of the inner enemies as well as outer enemies which stop us in going in the right direction. If those thoughts, evil thoughts, have to be evacuated from us, we need to actually have the darshan of these 2 Ramabanas and chant the slokas of these 2 Ramabanas. And we all know that Ramabana killed Ravana, right? Right? Only Rama's arrows could do that, right? In the entire episode of Ramayana, we have heard that. Therefore, these Ramabanas for us enables evacuating or eliminating all our sins. And if sins are eliminated, our mind becomes pure enough to go towards moksha sadhana and accordingly acquire moksha jnana for that. After 2 Ramabanas, we talk about 2 Shankas, right? One is the Balamuri Shanka, the conch that opens on the right. The other one is the Edamuri Shanka, the conch that opens on the left. The Balamuri Shanka is for our protection, Rakshanartham, right? That is actually worshipped and not used for Abhisheka. This Balamuri Shanka for us, right, protects us from ignorance, right? We cannot be ignorant by imparting proper knowledge. That is the phala of Balamuri Shanka, right? Therefore, Lakshmi, Mahalakshmi, who resides in this Balamuri Shanka, will protect us by imparting the right knowledge, is the chintan we must have. Followed by the Abhisheka Shanka, which is called the Edamuri Shanka. And what is the purpose of this Shanka? It signifies I do the Abhisheka of Lord Vishnu, right? That is the only thing that I know. It gives us a message saying that unconditionally do the bhakti on Srihari as Lakshmi does it. Therefore, we always do karma as sakama or nishkama. This Edamuri Shanka gives us the message saying that move as much as possible towards nishkama karma, which says that, kevala Vishnu preranya Vishnu prityartham. Of course, in life we also need to do some of the sakama karma we do. Yes, but our thinking should go in that direction. The last but not the least is the Akshaya Patra, a divine vessel that marks everyday enormous feeding of devotees in Sri Matha. Because of this, we have lots of thousands of devotees being fed in Sri Matha, right? Sriman Madhvacharya worshipped it as one of the Moorthis because the divinity and the Sannidhana that is present. This Akshaya Patra gives us the Mukti, which means the Mukti Yogya Jnana. At the same time, to do sadhana, it gives us Artha, which is Aishwarya. So let us all chant this shloka also. To sum it up, what a fantastic experience to witness, to see, to chant the shlokas of the 28 Moorthis worshipped in UttaradiMatha. Look at the Vaibhava, right? 28 Moorthis being worshipped by Sriman Madhvacharya. That is to actually liberate us from this cycle of birth and death. After these 28 Moorthis, you could ask me, there are two more Moorthis. One is Vamsharama, one is Prasanna Vitthala. Right? Vamsharama came becoming happy because of the bhakti of Madhava Tirtha, one of the direct disciples of Madhvacharya. Prasanna Vitthala came by the bhakti of Akshobhya Tirtha. All of you know the story behind that. And once when Akshobhya Tirtha was worshipping, suddenly Madhvacharya came. He stood up. And Madhvacharya did the puja that day. And Madhvacharya came from Badrikashrama. So he also touched these two pratimas, Prasanna Vitthala as well as Vamsharama, and brought further Sannidhya in it. Therefore, it is also Madhvacharya Kararchita. So with that, let me conclude saying that let us all go with this mindset when we witness the puja of UttaradiMatha. When Swamiji does it, let us go with this anusandhana, saying that let all these Moorthis give us peace of mind, proper jnana, and direct us towards the moksha jnana, and bestow us with the Guru's grace. Thank you. The 28 shlokas, the shlokas on this can be had in different episodes, and they are available too. Thank you.